Welcome to the house. So this property is big, it's huge. But as you can see in the title of this video, I don't like investing in real estate. And that is what we are going to talk about for today. But before we begin, let me remind you that this is not financial advice. And just to give you a quick disclaimer, I've been investing for the past 12 years. But real estate is just really not my cup of tea. And I will explain that to you in this video. So, I will now begin. Hi, I'm Julian Pineda. I have been broke for half of my life, but I realized that life is so much more than just paying the bills. From being a working student to working multiple jobs for 16 hours a day, I did whatever it took, not just to survive, but to thrive. As a result, I was able to become financially free before I reach 30. My goal is to educate, inspire, and move people to be their best, and in my own way, contribute to nation building. The first reason why I don't like investing in real estate is because it is too expensive. You need a very huge capital to start with. So, take this for example. Based on my research, the average price per square meter is about 15 to 25,000. That is the average price, pretty much in the lower tier of things. Now, if you move to a higher subdivision, it can go up to about 50,000 per square meter. Now, here's the thing. If you go to more exclusive subdivisions, the ones near the business districts, your per square meter can go up to as much as 200,000 or about 4,000 US dollars per square meter. So let me demonstrate what a square meter looks like. So if you will look at this, if you do this from here to here is roughly about a meter. If you go around it, it's another 1 meter. You just go around and form a square, and that is what your square meter looks like. Now, typically, if you have 1, 2, 3, even 10, 20 square meters, you cannot live in it. It's not a house, okay? So typically, a house would be somewhere about 100 or more square meters. So let's take, for example, a classic mid-range subdivision wherein it's not too fancy. It's just about right. The cost per square meter is about 35,000 pesos. And an average cut of a land is about, let's say about 100. If you do the math, let's do about 300 because that's the usual average. Because 100 is for condominiums. And usually what we're talking about in this particular video is about real estate land. We're buying the land or the lot, okay? So for 35,000 and 300 square meters, if you multiply that, that is already about 10,500,000. Okay, let me sink that to you. 10,500,000 for one property, and that's still in the pretty much the average. Now, if we look at it, if we move over to a higher cut of land in a bigger and a more exclusive property, the cuts would be around 500 square meters, and the cost would be about 100,000. So if you do the math again, 100,000 per square meter multiplied to 500 square meters is about 50 million pesos or about 1 million US dollars. So think about it. Do we have that much money to begin with? And how many people can afford that? For you to have a better understanding, let's crunch in the numbers. So I will be using my mathematical powers. Or better yet, I'll just use my phone. Okay, so let's use the first example. The first example is 35,000 per square meter property and about 300 square meter cut. So if you do the math, that is about 10,500,000 or about $200,000. Wow, just looking at it, it's Wow, that is way too expensive. Okay, let's just do the math. So based on my research, the current ongoing rate, if you cannot pay for it in full, it means you don't have money, right? If you want to loan money from the bank, typically the interest right now is about 7.5 interest. And in the Philippines, you can loan as much as 20 years, but typically people loan for about 10 years, okay? Because if 20 years, it's gonna be more expensive. But let's just look at 10 years. So if you do the math based on my superpower cell phone, it tells me that you will be paying almost 15 million pesos or about 300,000. You will be adding 5 million pesos more just because of interest. And here's the thing. The monthly payment, listen to this, the monthly payment for the next 120 months or about 10 years is 124,636 and 86 cents. Wow, just reading it, it makes me sweat. I need juice over here. Anyway, so 124,000. Imagine how many people earn 124,000 pesos a month just to pay for one property. Now, if you are an entrepreneur or you are a professional or there's two of you, you and your partner are both working, okay, let's just say you each make, let's just say both of you make 124. So in a month, in a month you make double, right? Like 248,000. Okay, but you will be spending 124. It means 50% of your earnings just goes to one property, one house, one investment. So, is it really a nice investment? Is it really a good investment? It looks nice, it sounds fancy, but for me, it is too expensive. Now, the second reason why I don't like investing in real estate is because it is too expensive.
Too expensive? Di ba sinabi mo na yun? Ulit-ulit ka?
Yeah, sinabi ko na nga. Pero kasi hindi ako nakaget over. Imagine 15 million for one property, 124,000 per month. Oh, sige na. Okay, let's go back to the real reason, which is reason number 2. And the real reason is because sobrang tagal ng ROI, or the ROI, the return on your investment, takes so long. And how long? Well, as they say, walang forever, but that's true though. But as it seems, it will not take you forever, but it will take you about 20 to 30 years. So just imagine, I am in my 30s, I buy this fancy land lot, and I am thinking this will not just double my money, it will become times 3. The property that I bought for 15 million will become 30, 45 million. So almost $1 million US. So I'm like, I am pretty rich. But if you really think about it, it will take me 20, 30 years. So that means I will be in my 60s. 60s. And then it's the first time I will be holding 20, 30 million, 40 million. It may be too long. I don't know with you, unless the ones who's watching this is a vampire and you can live forever. But me, I'm just a normal human being. And yeah, 50, 60 years old, probably that's 2/3 of my life. Hopefully not. But yeah, it is too long. Now, since we're talking about too long, coincidentally, in the Philippines, too long is a real word, which means help. So if you invest in a property like what I'm talking about, 15 million, 20 years, 30 years to take your investment to a higher gain, you really need too long. It means you really need help. You need to have a lot of influential people around you. You need to have rich relatives. You need to be earning that much. You need to have so many side hustles. So you need help from outside or from inside. So yeah, you really need too long. Okay, so forget about too long. Let's now move on to number 3. And that reason number 3 is related to number 2, which is you are not liquid. And in what I do, again, as a private investor, I need to be liquid because what I learned long time ago, they say that cash is king. So if you have opportunities that come your way and you have cash, immediately you can take on and grab these opportunities. But if you invest again in this fancy kind of one-time deal property, you will be passing out on not just 1 or 2 or 3. You will be passing on like 10 opportunities that could have been bigger in the future. Of course, we don't know what's gonna happen, but imagine you passed on 10 opportunities because you only have 1 property. You are not liquid. Oh, that's sad. Wait, that also reminds me of my reason number 4. My 4th reason is you are not diversified. Meaning, if you are not, wow, diversified, what a fancy term, right? 4th, meaning you are not diversified, equals high risk. And why is that? Because let's say you put all your time, your effort, your money in this one property, and you're thinking this is the deal that is going to make you times 2, times 3 your hard-earned money, which is good. However, if you are just banking on the future of this property, but for some weird reason there is no development in this area, this remains residential. People don't build things in here, they don't do anything, so the value of your property will not grow that much. According to my coaches in the real estate world, they say that the price or the value of your land or your lot will increase because of many factors, and one of which, and probably one of the most important, is development. Meaning, if you bought a property near a residential land, you want to have developments in your area. Is the highway going to be developed near it? Are you going to have train stations, public transport? Are there going to be malls? And of course, if there are malls, there will be Starbucks, there will be McDonald's, and of course, Filipino pride, there will be Jollibee. And if there is Jollibee, people will flock to that area, meaning the value of your land will increase. And once you have malls, what's next? People will be buying the lots or the lands. If they buy it, the value will increase. So if there are many people, they will probably build churches. They will probably build hospitals. Then you will have barangay halls, barangay centers, clinics, diagnostic centers, another mall, a competitor, and there are so many other things. But it all depends if there will be development. Parang buhay lang. Laging kailangan ma-develop. Parang pag tayo, hindi na-develop, wala, ganun talaga eh. Maasa ka na lang, naghihintay ng development. I think I have so many tito jokes for this one, with too long, with development. Okay, so let's get back to the more serious reason, which is number 5, and this is in all honesty. The reason number 5 is because I am not an engineer. I don't have an architectural background, interior designing, construction, name it, I don't have it. And if you will recall, in my tip, I posted my link about my condo tour, and I mentioned there some of the tips that really helped me because, again, I needed to ask for help because I don't know a lot. Now, going back, if I cannot manage a condo unit, how do you expect me to manage an entire property? Of course, I don't know these things. I have no background, and of course, I can always study it. but it will take so much time and effort to do so, because personally I did not grow up in that circle. So imagine, to be perfectly honest, there's what you call property flipping, or kind of the buy and sell. You can buy a fixer-upper, a land which is a little bit deteriorated, spend a little money on it, make it good, make it brand new, change this, have it renovated, painted, everything, and you can sell it for double the price, or maybe like 50% more than the original cost. That is good if you understand these things. But for a person like me, I do not understand it. Number one, I don't have the time as well to go to each property or to one property, just wait for it, observe it the entire day, look what they're doing, painting the job. I don't have the time to do that. And even if I have the time, I don't know what to look at. I can just be looking at it and like, oh, I think you're doing a good job. Why? Because I think it's good. But in reality, I don't know if they're doing a good job. So modesty aside, it is really not my cup of tea. But if you are in that area, maybe it's something that you should consider. So overall thoughts to wrap up this entire video. So I already mentioned you the 5 reasons why I don't like investing in a property, specifically in a lot or in a land. And here's the thing, I will already tell you a secret. I'm also planning to make a video why I don't like investing in condominiums. I think this video will have a lot of bashers. Should I really do it? I don't really know. But maybe I want to do it. Okay, but here are my ending thoughts. My ending thoughts, it's just, again, as a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. Been investing for more than a decade. It's just really not my style. It's really not just for me. But if you want to learn more about it, if you are into that space, you're an architect, an engineer, you really enjoy, you like watching houses, you like traveling to different properties, then maybe you should consider it. Now, I am not the guy to look out for. There are so many people on the different channels. There are other gurus or mentors, or of course, I don't want to be a hypocrite. You all guys know about this. I have a few properties at hand. I have a land, I have a lot, I have condos. And how you might be thinking, Julian, you said you don't like investing in this. How come you have these things? Why I have these things? Because I do not consider them as investments. I consider them as a property wherein me and my future family can live. So if it makes me money, thank you, universe, thank you, Lord. But if it doesn't make me money, it's fine, because all I'm thinking is that me and my future family will be living there. So that's all good. Now, how did I purchase these properties? Because I am not a know-it-all guy. I only know the numbers. I know the financial markets, but I don't know property. So what I did was I looked for friends and mentors and coaches, and they guided me along the way. And if you are that person who is looking to invest into properties, again, you can look for yourself, you can look for other mentors, you can look for different channels, or if you want, just message me so that I can hook you up with my friends. They are amazing. These people are the best. They are the experts in this industry. And if you want to learn more, just message me so that maybe I can help you with that. So that's it for today. I will be ending this video, and yeah, give me in the comment section. Tell me if you agree with my reasons or not. If not, it's fine. I respect your decision. Or maybe you are a mentor, so you can put your comments in the comment section, and maybe I can learn from you. As you know, this channel is always growing. We are a community. You learn from me, I learn from you. All good, right? So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video.